Good afternoon, I'm Jim Adamski with CDL Wisconsin Roth Sugar Bush. Today we are going to go through the installation of the 5-tap beginner's tubing kit. For this particular example, we have selected 3 maple trees. We have one there, one in the center, and one down on the end. What we have done before we started the video is we took the time to lay our 5/16 tubing out. We have went through and manufactured 4 drop lines. So for this drop line, the 5/16 hoses will be cut 36 inches long. We will have a T on one end, and our tap will be on the other. And we have one hose that is cut 36 inches and is bare on each end, and we will use that for our end of line hook. So what we'll do is we'll go to our last tree, which will be our anchor tree. What we'll do is we'll bring the hose around our anchor tree, and we will use our end of line hook, which is this particular part here. We will put the end of line hook onto our 5/16 tubing. We will clip it onto our 5/16 tubing. We will take the bare hose, which will be for our drop line. We will attach it to the other barb on the end of line hook. On the other end of the hose, we will put our tubing tap. Because we're not tapping the line at this particular time, we're just going to store the tap in the cup on the end of line hook. So we'll get our line in position. We're going to pull tension basically on our line going down to keep it tight. We're going to loop our 5/16 hose around the tree. We have our storage container here, which is going to sit on the ground and collect the sap out of our tubing. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little torque onto our tubing. We want it to be sag-free, downhill, so that the sap can run basically with gravity. So what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up our line. We're going to nip the end off. And then we're going to install our second end of line hook, which is in the kit. Next, we will take a hose and run it down to our gathering tank. Down into our gathering tank. So the next step of the process is we'll have to put the rest of the tees in the line. So there's several ways that you can do this if you're working by yourself. You can take and unhook the line, marking the spot basically with your finger where you're going to cut your line in. Bring the line down, snip it, and then install our tee. And basically bring the line back up, put it to tension, hook it back on, put our tee in our cup because we're not tapping at the present time, and that's basically how you'll put in your tees. So we have our tap on our end tree, we have our tap on our anchor tree, and then we'll also have 2 taps for our center tree. So what we can do is we'll do the same process. I happen to have a couple guys helping me today. So what we're going to do is we're going to cup this in on these larger trees. We're going to put a tap on this side of the tree and a tap on the back side of the tree. So what we will do is we'll have the fellas hold the line, and we're going to just cut these in real quick. Okay. So what we have now is we have our beginner's tubing kit strung up. On this particular line we have 4 taps, and we have it discharging basically into our tank. For any other maple equipment or supplies, you can check out our website at www.rothsugarbush.com.